tonight. From first...
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Big 13! Big 13!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 51 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray.
And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They run it again with Chubb. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he will find his man on the outside.
2nd down at 4.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. It's caught. Here's Langford.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Murray. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We're scoreless after 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Murray.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Mixing up the middle.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Burrow on 3rd down.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Weiss.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Burrow will throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray now to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Open man is Higgins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Burrow on first down. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Nighthawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Chubb will get the call running left, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 35 on 2nd down, Murray. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Play fake. Murray. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Fournette is in for a touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Throwing now is Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Murray now.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To throw again on second down. Murray, this complete to Langford. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's Chubb on the read option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. York able to send this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now Murray. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38, Murray. It's caught. Here's Langford. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Murray. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Handoff comes to Chubb. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, they turn to Ford. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Murray now on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on first down is Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Oh, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
McPherson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Running right on the option is Murray.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Cleveland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Watson's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harrison Bryant
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he'll be out of bounds.
40 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watt.
York on now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
A give running right is Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got it. 57. Mike, 57.
And again, it's Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They'll try the air now with Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
York able to send this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Tony Field in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this is caught. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Dobbins is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit, threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
57. Mike, 57. Come on. Come on, D.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Reset.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
76 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Reset. 19. 59.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Jackson to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. All day, baby. All day. All day,
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
57's the mic.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch 2. Watch 2.
Now Watson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Watson. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken around the 12.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Watson on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
To try again after the sack, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. They'll come out in the pistol.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson flush to his right.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. His throw here is going to be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they take a knee.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date